That's the big five now.
Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in, man. Wow. A lot of stuff goes down in the sport of boxing. Just me think ain't nothing about to be happening, then boom, a lot of stuff happens. Jermell Charlo has pretty much let everybody know at 154 pounds that he's coming. He's coming for everybody, even his friend, Arrow the Truth, Big Fish Spence Jr. And now he just more recently let everybody know he's coming for the giraffe. And we could kind of put it together that he's talking about the Tower Inferno, Sebastian Fedora, aka the giraffe. And of course, the boot with the Philadelphia Eagle on it, meaning he's coming after Jerron Boots in it as well. So Jermell Charlo has come out with his hit list, and he's letting everybody know that the lion is back. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Jermell Charlo and why now all of a sudden, right? We've been waiting for you for a while, bro. Um, Canelo, Crawford, of course, right? We got to talk about it because Timothy Bradley came out with some things, said some things that was pretty interesting, right? And then, of course, Canelo Alvarez been getting his ass kicked by Boots. Show footage of Jerron Boots and Canelo Alvarez sparring, and just by the photos alone, it looked like Jerron Boots was just getting the upper hand in the whole situation. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in. Hey, man, as the days go, it's looking more and more like people just leaning towards Terence Crawford. We got Tony Bellew, we got Bam Rodriguez. We got a lot of people just leaning towards Terence Crawford, surprisingly, right? Because when this thing first got announced, or better yet, before it even got announced, Crawford just didn't stand a chance, right? But now it's looking like everybody's giving him a chance. Canelo Alvarez been getting beat up by Boots. This is something I've been saying. That he's been getting beat up by Boots, right? What's going on, everybody? Anthony Jackson, salute. DeMonte Walker, salute. Obsidian the Lion Code Keeper, salute. Bud Go Stop Canelo, salute. Hey, man, it's looking like Bud is... What's up, Easy the Great? Salute. Man, I forgot to give you a wrench, bro. I'm going to give you a wrench. The Keep It Real Network, salute. Salute to everybody in the building, man. We still get people. Everybody's still crying in. I know we started a little early, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So I wanted to get the show started a little early. Man, boxing's looking good. Nah, he ain't beating a Boots. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a wrench as soon as matter of fact, let me see if I can do it from here. Um yeah, man, I said early on that Boots was likely kicking Canelo's ass in camp, man. All right, there you go. You got a wrench, bro. All right, there we go. You said YSM milking this sparring session. Yeah, Boots, kicking ass. But Timothy Bradley has some things to say about Boots Ennis, of course, right? He has some things to say. We're gonna get this thing started. He has some things to say about Boots Ennis being in camp, and he said Boots Ennis was the three Chrysler 300, and he's about to get beat up at a Bentley, or was it the Benz, on September 13th. Let's see what Timothy had to say, man, because Timothy be going in. And ever since he Top Rank has been out of the business, Timothy Bradley been doing his thing.
Hey, Canelo, you might be getting that Chrysler 300. You getting that Chrysler 300 work right now. That's what you getting. But you ain't getting that. You getting that Bentley on the 13. You getting that Bentley on the 13, my boy. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and play with that Chrysler 300. You getting the real on the 13. I promise you, man. Shoot. I've been saying this since the first day I sparred this man. Trust me. I'm telling y'all, man, out there. Crawford is a different animal. Yeah, he's something like a Michael Jordan. He's something like a Kobe Bryant. He's something like a LeBron James. Yeah, damn it, he a GOAT. I'm telling y'all, GOAT.
Now, I'm not sure if these dudes watch your boys' videos. I'm sure they do, right? But I could have sworn I said this on the last live stream. That Bud Crawford, Canelo's just not gonna beat this dude. Why? Because he's he has like that Mamba like mentality, right? He has like that Jordan, Kobe, you know what I'm saying? That type of aura about him. You know what I'm saying? He has that kind of aura about him. It's gonna be extremely difficult to beat that type of guy. Period. Point blank, period. It is going to be extremely difficult to beat a guy with a Mamba mentality, bro. Timothy Bradley be cooking, bro. I got another clip of Timothy as well. We gonna play it in a little minute. But Timothy be cooking, bro. He be cooking. For what it's worth, I agree more or less a lot about what Timothy Bradley says. Um, you know what I'm saying? More or less, right? He telling you, like, look, man, I sparred with this dude. I'm telling y'all, he's different. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, Timothy Bradley wasn't no B-level fighter or no shit like that. He was one of the best guys of his time, right? Only lost to who? Manny Pacquiao? You know what I'm saying? Beat Manny Pacquiao in the fight, right? They had like a little series going on. I mean, come on. So he's telling you, like, look, man, this dude is different, bro. He's gonna beat Canelo. Canelo ain't gonna stand a chance with this dude. Salute to Obsidian Lion Cole. Keep it, man. It's been a minute, bro. He says, Bushido, put the picture of Bud Hand on there, man. When Bud get through beating the brakes out of Canelo, he's gonna put AutoZone out of business. That version of Canelo fighting Beevil ain't beating Bud. Facts, bro. Let me go ahead and put that on the screen. That is not beating Bud, bro. That is not beating Bud. Hold up, I'll put that back up in a second. Yeah, that's not beating Bud, bro. Another thing too. Hold up. Real quick, while I'm on this topic. According to boxing, kind of said it, but this is something I've been thinking because I've been watching Canelo, right? You know, he's been revealing his sparring. I mean, his training footage more recently, right? And if you pay attention, Eddie Reynoso is trying to work the mitts in the southpaw stance, and Canelo cannot get it. He cannot get it, and it's similar to what Errol Spence was struggling with when he was working with Derrick James. We all seen it. Okay, we're boxing fans, we're boxing guys. We know what we're looking at. Errol Spence was making a few mistakes hitting the mitts with a guy he's been training with for a long fucking time. And then when we see Canelo working the mitts with Eddie Reynoso, he's doing the same thing, making mistakes with working the mitts with a guy that he's been working with for a long fucking time. What is going on here? Why is Canelo Eddie Reynoso telling him to go this way? Canelo's going the other way. Nobody's talking about this stuff, right? Eddie Reynoso say go this way, like the dip under. Canelo's going the other way. He got to point to, like, come on, man. Nobody saw this. And these are like clips that they are posting from like Ring Magazine. They posting this stuff, and Canelo's making mistakes, doing basic drills. You know what I'm saying? Mid-work drills. He's making mistakes. He cannot afford to go up in the fight with Crawford making any kind of mistakes. But I think bringing John Boots Ennis in, to be honest with you guys, I think that was a kind of a bad idea. Because John Boots Ennis is a spar lord, and he's gonna go up in there and spar and beat the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's doing to Canelo right now. He's up in there in camp, beating the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez. He's up in there right now, beating the brakes off Canelo. Canelo can do nothing with John Boots Ennis. You best believe it. So he gets done with Crawford. His confidence ain't gonna be as high as it needs to be to go through with the fight because Crawford, in a lot of people's mind, is a better fighter than John Boots, right? A more proven, better fighter than John Boots. So, yeah, man. Hold up. Let me see. Put this back on there. But yeah, Canelo's messing up, man. If you guys pay attention, I ain't got the clip right now, but I'll have it on the next video. But Canelo was messing up on the pad work and everything, bro. Messing up on the pad work. Yeah, smash that like button for your boy, man. Timothy Bradley said, man, you getting that crash of 300 work right now, but you'll be getting that Bentley on September 13th, the real version, right? You'll be getting that premium version on September 13th, dude. But Crawford looking good in camp. You know, Shakur Stevenson riding the bike up the hill. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. You know, they putting in some serious work, man. Serious work. And this is Bud right now, y'all. This is Bud Crawford. No special photo. This is just a raw photo of Bud Crawford right now. Tremendous shape. No love handles. No, none of that. You know what I'm saying? No extra, no spare tire around the waist or nothing. Just shredded, ready to go, bro. Shredded, ready to go, bro. You said Wilder's gonna fight Francis? I think that makes sense. I think Canelo was sandbagging? What's up, Sly? You said play this team. I think I know what clip you're talking about, bro. You said these Canelo fans are getting out of hand. I mean, Canelo fans, they stay away from me. To be honest with you, they kind of stay away from me. But they know what's up, bro. They can only, at this point, they can only hope. They can only hope because when you start to see a lot of experts start to lean towards Crawford, and then it's just a lot of people just lean towards Crawford. And then when you look at Crawford and what he's doing in camp, and then when you look at Canelo, it's like, damn, this dude, man, go Canelo. Well, Canelo's about KO. They gonna still say it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even though they befuddled as to what they're witnessing right now, because Crawford just look like a beast right now. You know what I'm saying? You said you made the clip? Hold up, I got one right quick. I'm gonna play in a second. Hold up, I gotta, because I don't think I could copy it from here. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can copy it. I think he you said play this Bradley clip, YouTube. You know what? I think I may have gotten some of that clip, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna play it in a second. Hold on, let me see. It's a little bit longer than the short though, but let's see what Timothy had to say about Canelo KOing Crawford.
Better do y'all research, man. Do your research. Come with some evidence. I'm about to let y'all know right now. Shit, just pay attention. If Skull, right, can hold Canelo to 152 punches thrown in an entire 12-round fight, 152 punches. You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If William Skull can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round? Oh, my goodness. If Charlo, 154-pounder, can go up to 168 pounds, respect Charlo's skills, but he ain't got Crawford's skills. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? You don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? The most skillful fighter on planet Earth? Oh, damn, let me go even further. If Jaime Munguia, you can throw a penny in the ring, it's going to hit him. You can throw a dime in the ring, it's going to hit him. You can throw a feather in the damn ring, it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? Damn, I got another one. I got another one. If Berlanga, if Berlanga, if Berlanga can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, beat on his chest, beat on his own chest, and go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think the Crawford can go 12 rounds with Alvarez with Canelo? Berlanga just got knocked out. Knocked out by the man from the Little Rascals that went in the bank. Just got knocked out by that dude. Munguia got knocked out by a dude that can't even punch. Man. I don't know what y'all making up in your head, man, to think that Crawford gonna get knocked out. Crawford ain't getting knocked out at all.
That's what Tim Bradley had to say, man. So, for the guys that say Canelo's just going to waltz in the ring and just knock him out like Rocky Marciano, how's he going to do it? When he hasn't knocked out anybody in years, right? Went the distance with Hangman Munguia. He got knocked out by Bruno Saras. Dude can't punch, right? Then he had to cheat the next fight, right? Edgar Berlanga went 12 with him. He just got smoked by Hazam Shiraz. Smoked like a pack of cools. Smoked. Right? Who else? Who else he say? William Skull went 12 with him. He kept Canelo at 152 punches. He kept Canelo Alvarez at 152 punches, y'all. Hold up, man. And what does Crawford do very well? Hold up. They say Crawford ain't slick. The haters, right? What does he do? Opponents landed per round. I mean, come on, man. At welterweight, he was leads all welterweights as far as statistics. And he was the latest welterweight in the rankings amongst that time. Remember? Everybody else was already welterweights. He came in and he outshined everybody with his statistics alone. Opponent punches landed on him. They ain't landing nothing on him. They hardly landed anything. So when he do get hit, oh wow. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow, Bud's getting hit. It's like a big thing because he don't get hit that much, right? 152 punches Canelo got reduced to. 152 punches. William Skull did this. Mind you, William Skull didn't really amount to much offense in the fight, and he reduced Canelo to 152 punches. Dude wasn't throwing nothing back at him. Canelo just couldn't keep up with him. William Skull told everybody what he was going to do. He couldn't do nothing with him, right? Went the distance with beef. I mean, Canelo just been going the distance like Floyd Mayweather. Okay? And like I said before, Floyd Mayweather received a lot of heat towards the back end of his career, just like Canelo is right now. Received a lot of heat for getting those decisions. Even though he was a smaller guy all the time, right? It's a smaller dude, hands bad, all that other shit. They criticize him for getting decisions. Canelo Alvarez been getting decisions for the past 5-6 years. Nobody wants to say nothing. All of a sudden, he's going to knock out Terence Crawford, one of the best fighters we've seen since Floyd Mayweather. He's just going to magically knock out Bud Crawford. Okay. Tell me more. Smash that like button, man. Berlanga, bro. Yeah, y'all smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Charlo was definitely too scared to play. I'm still mad at Charlo, too, bro. I think Charlo could have beat Canelo, bro. Honestly. At the very least, he could have made it way more of a fight than what he made it as, bro. He had no heart of. He did not have the heart of a lion. I refuse to believe. I don't care what nobody in the world say. Jermell Charlo could have did a lot better in that fight against Canelo Alvarez than what he did. I don't care if Canelo was the sturdier guy. He could have just boxed circles and just boxed. Moved around the ring. He ain't the most fluid boxer, but he could have made something happen. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, dude. Canelo Alvarez is not some mysterious fighter you got to figure out, bro. Just watch out for the left hook and watch out for the shoulder punch, bro. Jesus Christ, dude. Boots Ennis is demoralizing Canelo right now as we speak. Demoralizing him. Then about the time he get in the ring with Crawford, he gonna be timid as hell. Bad idea. Bringing in Boots, especially this late. And real quick, this fight is in the works. Ray Murataya and Floyd Schofield in the negotiations for a November title fight. We're going to have some crazy boxing this upcoming fall, y'all. It's a lot of great fights on the table. This is another good one. Great matchup. We're going to talk about this for sure. But Canelo Alvarez, man, I got to give Canelo credit, though. You know what I'm saying? So don't mistake me as like a dude that like hates Canelo Alvarez. I mean, fuck, he fought Floyd Mayweather, Terence Crawford. I mean, he's fighting. He don't like to fight these guys, but he'll get in the ring to fight them at the end of the day. So I got to give Canelo credit for what I'm saying, giving Crawford a shot, and just for doing what he's done in the sport of boxing. But all good things must come to an end, unfortunately, right? All good things must come to an end. Sometimes it comes sooner for some guys than others. Some guys get to skate out scot-free. Guys like Floyd Mayweather, Rocky Marciano, Andre S.O.G. Ward, Joe Calzaghe, they get to get out of the box scratch-free. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford may be the next guy, right? He might just be the next guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's not easy to do. And Canelo Alvarez got a hell of a resume, despite despite the criticism of him fighting certain guys at a certain times and all that, whatever. He got these dudes on his resume. But unfortunately for him, this last guy he's going to put on his resume may be the toughest challenge of his career, and he probably going to stop Canelo Alvarez. He might stop him. Bud Crawford might stop Canelo Alvarez, you guys. You said Boots reached out to Canelo. I'll have to ask Sim about that one. If Bud is southpaw, that right hand arm punch is non-existent. Oh, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. Crawford standing southpaw stance. That shoulder punch is gone, dog. that right hand he likes to throw a hit on the shoulder. It's gone, dude. It's gone. It's gone. Now, according to the statistics, Canelo fought 6 southpaws throughout his career, I believe, and he beat all 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, none of these guys were guys like Terence Crawford. I think one of them was Edison De Lara, and guess what? That was controversial, right? So you right about that, bro. That southpaw stance eliminates Canelo hitting the shoulder, the left shoulder of Crawford. It puts it in the back. So if you're a wider punch, you'll have to throw it to reach that far. I think Crawford's jab, southpaw's jab, and his reach will give Canelo a lot of problems early. Oh, Bud definitely got the hand speed advantage, bro. He got it. He definitely got the hand speed advantage. That's without question. I don't know, man. Just watching Canelo, I don't think Canelo, like when we looking at the fighters, I think Crawford, it's just based off what I've been seeing for the past several weeks. But when I'm looking at these guys training or whatever clips they're revealing, it seems like Crawford is further along. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it looks like. Like he's further along. And Canelo's still kind of trying to get his drills going. He still seemed like he just like he's still in the first, second gear of the camp. Crawford's like in the fourth or fifth. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it looks like. Yeah, Canelo fans ain't in the building tonight, man. Y'all smash the like button, man. I'm telling you, man, as the weeks go, Canelo fans are gonna be kind of nervous. They're gonna be disappearing. They're gonna be hoping and praying on September 12th that Canelo gets the job done. But I just don't think he's gonna be able to do it, man. There's a reason why Canelo Alvarez was hesitant on taking this fight in the first place. But see, Turkey, like, man, I got all the money in the world to make it happen, buddy. Canelo simply just couldn't turn it down. But Canelo, if Turkey was never involved in boxing, you best believe this fight would never have happened. It would have never happened. It would have been a narrative that he was just simply too small. He can't beat him. That just would have been a nigga. But since Turkey was on the scene and the money talks, Canelo kind of had to take a fight. It was either fight Terence Crawford or deal with the fact that you ducking Benavidez and the fans will really, really pressure you to fight him. And you definitely didn't want to fight him. So Canelo had no choice. You said no one is nervous, not even Canelo. Shh. You always nervous. Even Bud Crawford said he's a little nervous. You always nervous going into these fights, dude. You always nervous. And it may not even be you being nervous of that opponent. It may just be you being nervous, like, am I gonna be able to perform like I know I can? It could be something as simple as that. Salute to Sly Tendencies for the super chat. He says, Boots trying to save face. He unified just to move up and fight a certified nobody. Of course, he reached out to build some clout off Canelo. Hashtag soft. Damn. Damn. Boxing fans is brutal on Boots, bro. Damn. Even Sly was like, nah, man. Nah, you did all that talking. See, boxing fans ain't playing with Jerron Ennis, bro. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of talking, man, and when you do that, you got to kind of stand on that. When you have that boogeyman moniker, that boogeyman nickname attached to you, bro, you got to kind of move like that until further notice. And then it seemed like Karen changed Boots, and you know he just ain't moving like like I told you guys, man. You learn a lot about a fighter when they win their first world championship. That's when you truly see who a fighter really is. Everything else is, of course, he's going to be hungry. Of course, he's going to be looking for the big opportunities. But when he get that world title, then we're going to see how he really moves. That's when the game really begins. You know what I'm saying? That's when the game really begins, once these guys get to the world champion stage. Smash that like button. Salute to Obsidian Lion Code Keeper for the super chat. He says, Buchido, can Charlo come back after this layoff and take back his division? Also, if Spence returns, does this match up well at middleweight? Bushido, what do you think about some of the legends picking Canelo? Okay, let me see. I'm looking forward to seeing Charlo come back, see what he do. Because originally this was his division. He was the man in the division. He fought some of the best guys in that division. And now, since his time off, it's a whole new division, whole new players in the division, and a lot more fresh competition. I mean, 154 pounds is probably the best division in boxing right now. And Jermell Charlo was the former king of the division. He was actually the king in recess. So we're going to see if he can come back and reclaim his throne. That'd be very interesting to see. And he's coming out. He's coming for Errol Spence. He's coming for Boots. He's coming for the Giraffe. He's coming for everybody, bro. So I'm interested in seeing the Lion can get out there and do his thing. Even though he pissed me off with the Canelo fight, I'm very interested in seeing if Jermell can come back and make something happen at 35 years old. Because I would say this is the tail end of his career. And this is like the fourth quarter, so we're going to see if he can make something happen. Clutch. Get some belts back, get some momentum going. You know what I'm saying? And then you said, does Spence match up well at middleweight? That's hard to say, bro. I think Spence should go ahead and compete at 54 for now, just to see where he's at. Spence ain't taking no tune-up for real. So ain't no telling what Errol Spence gonna do. But if Jermell comes back before Spence, man, that's kind of crazy. But and then what was the last part of the question? Some of the legends picking Canelo. Who are some of the legends? Like Chavez. A lot of the legends I've seen, older fighters picking Crawford. So if you can kind of be a little bit more specific as to which legends. But I see a lot more people picking Bud overall than Canelo. Surprisingly, a lot more people seem to be leaning towards Crawford. What's up, DGO? Don Von, salute. Yeah, Charlo just threw some shots at Boots, man. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? He got the boots. He got the lion biting the boot. So Jermell Charlo letting everybody know he's coming back. So Boots and his want some smoke. Jermell Charlo got all the smoke he looking for. I wonder if he's going to be still with Derrick James. Very interesting, man. You don't think he can? 154 is super dangerous, bro. Yeah, and he got the Eagles on it. This is a tight drawing right here. Oh, yeah, Charlo, that's what the narrative is right now. Charlo, he waited till the smoke was clear when Crawford got way up out of the division for him to start making moves again. So this is what people was looking at. So the timing couldn't be any more perfect. And is it a coincidence? Is it convenience? Whatever the case, Jermell Charlo came out of wherever he was at. Soon as Crawford is long out of the sweepstakes at 54 now. Because I think WBA is going to, as soon as Crawford steps into the ring, WBA is going to likely strip him of his belt, or he's going to pretty much vacate it by default. So, yeah, none of Jermell Charlo's movements came about until that kind of actually happened. Probably just a coincidence, but that's just what it's looking like. My thing is, Jermell could have hit that reset button as he was the champion in recess. He could have hit that reset button and fought Crawford, but he was like, you know what? No, I'll go ahead and let Floyd fight Canelo. Oh, what? No, was it me, Jamal? I forgot whatever fight it was. Jermell said it was cool or some shit like that. I forgot what fight it was, but he didn't intervene with nothing to kind of fuck up what's going on in the box. So I got to leave Jermell alone with that one, because I do remember him coming out and he could have kind of just ruined some shit, but he just let things play out a little bit, and now he about to come back into the fray. So we gonna see what Jermell can do at the last. And this is probably like the fourth quarter for him. So we gonna see. Oh, you said Crawford ain't did shit? Hold up. That's like a legendary clip right there, boy. That clip is legendary. Hold up. That clip is legendary. I can't even believe, we was arguing with people around that time and they was just like, I'm like, bro, he's literally ducking, bro. Like, listen to him. Jermell didn't want no part of that, man. He didn't want no smoke with Bud, y'all. He didn't want no smoke. Yeah, fight that lanky motherfucker. Yeah, he did. He said all that stuff, bro. That's crazy.
Crawford ain't did shit in 154. How y'all want him to fight me? I'm telling you, I'm trying to become undisputed right now. How are we talking about somebody that ain't even fought in the division? How do he just jump from there to there? Like what connection do he got to this world? Where that tall, lanky motherfucker at? Maybe I'll be the shot caller and make the decisions on who I want to fight next. Fondora, go fight somebody else. I don't know. Crawford, go fight. Y'all fight each other. I'm busy. Motherfucker, I'm busy. When he fighting again? Shit. When the fuck is he fighting again? Like, who the fuck he fought last? Like, I don't even know nothing about the kid. Don't ask me about Crawford, because that motherfucker ain't in my division. Like, we talking about a 147 pounder that was a 140 pounder. We need to fucking I get it. He won the undisputed, right? At 147, at 140. This shit is different when they get down to 147. 147, 154, 160, 68. This shit is different.
This nigga's scared.
Yep. So Jermell Charlo, that's kind of like a legendary clip. I don't know if he thought that was like a flex, but all I heard was quack, 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 quack. Now that's an old clip now. You know what I'm saying? But Jermell Charlo, man, I don't think he ever really wanted to deal with Bud anyway, because after you see your boy get beat up that bad, Errol Spence, right? Now you say y'all ain't friends no more, whatever. But when you see your homeboy get beat up like that, and then dude get on the thing, grab his nuts, and you next to your wife, and he talking, well, come on, dog. Come on, man. Crawford should be on Jermell Charlo's hit list. You said the Omaha Honey Badger, yeah. Now that's one thing I will agree with Mike Martinez, that we don't know how to fight so they go. We can only assume. We can only assume. You know, nobody truly knows how these fights gonna go. But one thing for sure is Terence Crawford's been arguably the most consistent fighter we've seen in the past 20 years. Right? In the past 20 years. Name a fighter more consistent than Bud. Name one. Name them. Name them. Name them. When I say consistent, I'm talking about no controversy. No controversy at all. No rematches, no controversy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough to beat even for Canelo. A guy with that much momentum. Yeah, Bud specifically went to Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He knew where Charlo was at and everything. He went straight to him right after the fight. He knew exactly where he was at. He went right for him. Yeah, Bud looked like he in shape, y'all. He looked fast too. He's gonna be fast. He looks lean. Like he don't look bulky. He looks lean. Lean, mean fighting machine. I think he's gonna be too fast, man. He's gonna be fast for Canelo, bro. There's gonna be a significant speed difference that Canelo really ain't used to. Canelo's been, the faster guy at 168 pounds for the most part. But when he gets in there with Bud, man, he ain't used to no guy that's that fast. Canelo ain't fought nobody that fast in a while. Look how big Bud's hands is, too. You can see his hands right there. His hands is fucking huge. Look how big his hands is. Yeah, he's always moving while punching. I'm telling you, I think we're gonna see the best Crawford. We're gonna see the best version of Bud, bro. I think this probably if I would have they're gonna ask him, but I want to predict that this is probably the hardest he's ever trained for a fight. Maybe some of his earlier fights, like when he was first trying to become a world champion, but this is probably the hardest fight. This is probably the hardest he's trained and the most focused he's been in any fight he's ever been in. I would imagine. A lot at stake. It's a huge risk, but a high reward. He's going up to challenge one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time, a bigger guy. But Crawford's ready for this. This you said Sock Ennis. Yeah, this gonna be a good one, man. You said Bud is too mean for Canelo. Hey, I think so too. I think he's too mean for him. Canelo's been fighting nice guys. Like he pamper these guys up before he fight them, and they be like nice and docile. That's not gonna work with Bud. Bud got a mission, and Canelo's in the way. You said name a controversial decision, bro. He ain't got none. He got all unanimous, bro. I don't even think he ain't got no majority. Correct me if I'm wrong. He ain't got no majority, no splits, no none of that shit, dog. None of them. Oh well, he didn't fight nobody. That's why. Well, if you follow boxing, even some of your greatest fighters of all time lost or won a controversial or split decision against a guy that they weren't even supposed to even struggle with. We've seen this before many times. So miss me with that shit. This dude don't even got. He has arguably the most. Arguably the most dominant boxer we've seen in 20 years, dude. In 20 years, I'll just put 20 years on it. Name a guy who even Andre SOG Ward had a few hiccups, and he's a great, right? Bud was only second to him when he was around. SOG had a few hiccups. Had to rematch a guy a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Had to rematch Sergey and all that. Not to say that that was Sergey was on top of his game at that time, but and he was the crusher. But even he had, yeah, even Tiafimo picking Crawford. And speaking of Tiafimo, Shakur came out and asked him like, "Hey, motherfucker, where you at?" Like you went silent. Like so, Tiafimo Lopez, as of right now, for the Shakur Stevenson fight, he went silent. We can't say nothing about Shakur, y'all. Shakur tried to get these dudes to fight him for years. We've been watching it, and he's been having a really hard time getting these guys to be willingly able to fight him. Even Devin Haney was kind of like, he'd rather fight Brian Norman than Shakur Stevenson, bro. I'm just saying. We ain't gonna talk too much about that, but I'm just saying. You say he almost lost? What's up, Damone Daniel? Salute. You said, look, the Jamal fight. Jamal himself even got blood beating Canelo. He said Crawford's great. I mean, that whole camp over there thinks Crawford's the dude, though. The fighter's favorite fighter, you know, because Jamal trained with Beeble. Jamal trained with Beeble. Y'all smash that like button. They said Canelo go knock him out, man. I'm trying to figure out how. How's he gonna get it done? When we watch, I wish I had the clip, but Canelo, he's messing up on his pad work. He's messing up on his pad work. Reynoso trying to do these drills in the southpaw stance, and Canelo cannot get it. He can't get it. Crawford is a tough fight. It's a real tough fight. You said Canelo fans are very scared. This is why they keep saying the same thing over. Yeah, they. That's why I've said this whole debate thing, Crawford Canelo, ain't really been much of a debate. It ain't been really much of a debate. You said Canelo probably betting on Bud. You said if Bud would have signed with PBC in 2018, he would have been a star like Tank, Wilder, and EJ. Man, he a bigger star than them. He a bigger star than them now. You know what I'm saying? I guess everything worked out for Crawford, bro. As far as where he should have signed and the whole political battle thing, the politics battle, promotional battle thing. I guess he made the right decision in the end, huh? Oh, speaking of hype trains, there's this new option on the videos to hype the video. I don't know if y'all got to pay for that, but if you don't got to pay for it, hype up your boy's videos, man. This is a little option on YouTube now where you can hype up the videos, hype up your boy Bushido's videos, man. You said bigger star than Tank. Man, Tank ain't shit, dog. Don't even get me started on Tank. Tank ain't half the fighter Crawford is. He's just an attraction, bro. And that's what they built him up to be. He's just a marketable fighter, and he's just an attraction. He's not the best. He's not the pound for pound. None of that. It was all a show. Tank Davis is all a show. He's about as equal to Lamont Roach. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he's about even with Lamont Roach. Salute to Carlos Rosado for the super chat. He says, Blake will have Canelo looking like Martin after the Hitman. He is. Canelo already looking like the Hitman damn near now. Fighting Boots. Boots is up in the camp right now just giving him the business. The reason why Canelo ain't tripping, though, is because Canelo's getting his biggest payday of his career, right? Ain't this like his biggest payday? So he ain't tripping, bro. He getting paid and shit. And then if I do lose, well, it's the Terence Crawford. And he's gonna go down as an all-time great. So I'm gonna still be great. I get the bag too. I'm telling you, Boots is demoralizing him right now. That was a bad idea calling Boots in, especially this late. That was a bad idea, in my opinion. Because Boots like to show out. And Boots is probably showing out on Canelo, giving him all he can handle and more. And then you got to go to the final boss, which is Terence Crawford on September 13th. I mean, this is going to be rough for Canelo, man. The next few weeks is going to be rough for him. I don't think he's going to have much fight left in him after this. After this fight, I'll be surprised if there's a rematch. Canelo, he ain't gonna have no more fight in him. All those training camps and sparring sessions over the years. You gotta remember, he's been pro since he was 15. 15 years old, he's been fighting as a pro. You know what I'm saying? Not amateur, a pro. So that's a lot of miles, a lot of road work, a lot of this, a lot of that. And then when you see him now, he don't have that same energy that he had years ago. And Canelo's like 6 years young. How old is Canelo? He's like 3, 4 years younger than Crawford. You said Crawford the final boss. Yeah, he is. He's the final boss. What Bernie say? Bernie said Bud lived like a monk. He lived like a Shaolin monk. Meanwhile, we hearing Canelo out drinking last week. He was out drinking last week, having some drinks in San Antonio. Like, come on, man. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, dog? He's flexing at his birthday party. Crawford's flexing on top of a mountain. I mean, shit. That's what I'm saying. Goes back to what I said earlier in the stream. I feel like Crawford is further along in camp than Canelo is. Crawford's probably peaking right now, close to peaking right now. Canelo seemed like he got ways to go. See, these are valid reasonings. This ain't no like hating shit. This is like valid shit, bro. Is Canelo peaking in camping time? I don't see that. I just don't see the intensity, bro. That's what I be looking for. How sharp you are, the intensity, the focus, shit like that. Crawford looks like he's firing on all cylinders. And when I look at Canelo, he's missing the punch. Eddie Reynoso say go right, he's going left. Like, what's going on, bro? Same thing that was happening to Derrick James and Errol Spence. It's the same thing. They going through the same shit. They going into the genjutsu that is Terence Crawford, bro. This happens when you fight Bud. The trainer and the fighter just all out of cinch, bro. You said watch the scales. You said sparring boots isn't enough. Nah, boots is really beating him up though. Salute to Damone Danes for the super chat. He says Canelo, Porter, and Spence all got the biggest bag versus Bud. That's what I'm saying. Sean Porter got his biggest bag. Um, Spence and Canelo. Come on, man. The demand is high. I think the fighters like Crawford, who was pretty avoided for a mass majority of his career, had a hard time getting names. I think if you stick around long enough and the right things happen, things may play out for you. I don't know. Maybe Crawford just got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Because some fighters like Gary Russell, Boo Boo Andre, they may never get those opportunities that's needed. And then they may get an opportunity a little too late, and it may not be it's like shit like that, man. Boxing is all about timing, bro. It's all about timing and shit, and really having the right people with you. I think those are probably the two most important things, other than you being disciplined, is having the right team, the right people that's with you, and the shit I said before. The timing. Hey, you ain't lying, Coach. A lot of fighters lose that hunger, bro. They be avoided, then they sitting around. That means they're not working. You know what I'm saying? Then they're like, man, I might have to get a regular job. You know what I'm saying? Then they lose motivation. Then by the time they do get an opportunity, they've been sitting on the couch for 2 years. Then a big a fighter that they've been pushing, call them up, and you just get up on the couch. You need the payday. Boom. You ain't really in shape like that. Boxing could be a dirty game, dude. You damn near got to get lucky. You said Bud is not captivating outside the ring. I think Bud is one of the most popular fighters in boxing right now. What? So Errol Spence was captivating. He could barely talk. He could barely talk. I don't, no slight to Errol Spence, but I mean, because I know that's your boy. Crawford's not captivating. I don't know, bro. I think he's one of the most popular fighters in boxing. I don't know what you mean by captivating. I think who he is as a fighter and as a person speaks for itself. It's not no flash. It's not no fluff. It's not no fakeness. You know, he's not overly a showman. You know, he's not acting a fool and shit. He's not being a coward or no shit like that. Cause Spence was just like Spence, like I told you guys, Spence is the Pootie Tang of boxing. Like he wasn't the most like it's not like he had the gift of gab like a Keith Thurman or Tyson Fury or anything like that. It's not like he was really witty. Um, but he's like the Pootie Tang of boxing. He could just say anything and the people just went wild. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Strap season. Man down. Like he could just say anything and the fans was just riding with it, bro. They just loved Errol Spence, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was. Maybe they just gravitated towards the big fish, but is he more captivating than Crawford? I don't think so. I don't think so. He said Boxing Eagle made a video about Bud. Bud Crawford makes money, bro. Are you serious? He's bro. when you when you look at the when you're a content creator, you do the hashtags. You do the hashtag, then you put in Terence Crawford. He got like 62,000 something. Way surpassed Errol Spence now. I remember they was really close over the years. You know, I know this because I do this. So when I look now, Crawford got triple the videos he got now. Canelo got like 120,000 something. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather got like 90 something thousand, maybe 100. You know what I'm saying? As far as hashtag. So, you know, Canelo Alvarez definitely leading the pack. Then you may find somebody like Tank Davis. But Crawford is definitely up there, bro. Devin Haney's pretty high. You said Jake Paul makes more money. See, now you trolling, Mike. Jake Paul makes money for other reasons. Not he don't make money because he's great. He don't make money because he's a great fighter. Crawford makes big money because he's a great fighter. Jake Paul makes big money because he's an attraction from he brings in different audiences. So what? Sophie Rain makes more money than LeBron James. Wow. The OnlyFans chick, the Filipino chick, the fine chick, make $83,000 in a year, more than LeBron James. Come on. Is she better than LeBron? No, she's not. She just look good. Like, hey, Devin and Bud don't be having that strong. They don't got that strong promotion like that, but they still like some of the hottest names in the sport. He said PBC offered Tank 7 million for Roach rematch. Bud got that every fight with Top Rank. Facts. Come on, man. Tank Davis pay per view. Okay, he making big money this Jake Paul fight, but if we remember how PBC did things on paper, it was like $2 million each for fighters, and then they used to claim they got a whole shit ton of money on the back end. You know what I'm saying? But we don't necessarily know how true any of that it really is. Now, but when you do look at guys like the Charlos, they do seem to be very well off though. But that could be from gambling and other shit like that they be doing. Yeah, ain't it? Who's bragging about making more money and shit? That's like okay. See, that's how you know they don't have no argument, man. That's how you know they got. That's how you know that they have no argument, bro. What's up, Basket Rock? Salute. That money don't make you real. You could still be a buster, a chump, all that, and have money. That shit do not make you real. You could be a straight piece of shit and have a lot of money. Yeah, Bud make money, but that's not something we really even talk about over here, bro. We don't be pocket watching like that, bro. We don't be just pocket watching dudes. We know these dudes make money. You said why don't he have it? I don't know. Maybe you got to ask guys like Jermell Charlo, um, other guys why they didn't want to fight Crawford. Ask them. You said do the Boots fanboy. Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman was playing hella games. Come on, man. And then they drew an imaginary line across the street, dog. They said he on the wrong side of the street. They didn't want that scalp at all. They said, nah, he on the wrong side of the street. He all the way over there, man. Leave him over there. Don't bring him over here. Do not bring him over here. He play too much. He's too rough. He's too mean. We got a nice thing going on over here. Do not let this motherfucker in this building. Then boom, Errol Spence let him in through the back door and he blew up the whole fucking building, bro. And now they rebuilding. Yeah, Spence beat up on Mikey, but I didn't. Man, that fight, man. I didn't like that fight. That wasn't a good fight. Mikey stood absolutely no chance. Yeah, Thurman wasn't interested in the fight with Crawford back when Crawford was back when those guys had the leverage. They was really high siding on Bud and shit. All this stuff is documented. We talked about that shit all the time on this channel as it was happening. So there's videos of us like talking about this shit because it was like part of the storyline. They was acting crazy over there on PBC. Now when you look at boxing now, it's more like everybody's kind of fighting everybody now. And if Turkey wants it to happen, then he'll make it happen. As long as the fighters want to fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. PBC didn't want to keep sending Bud fighters for them to beat up on. Because Felix Diaz was a fighter, PBC guy. Bud beat him up. Every time PBC fighters fought top rank fighters, they got beat up, bro. Like most of the time. If somebody look up the record, if somebody kept track of the record, at the times that PBC fought top rank fighters, what's the record? Because I believe that PBC got the not PBC, but top rank got the edge on them. I think Keith will fight Bud now because he could demand a high payday from Turkey. And then Turkey and Bud is, Bud is Turk's favorite fighter. And if Bud wants to fight with Keith, and Keith wants to fight, then Turkey will probably make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But Bud probably go high side on Keith because Keith was high siding for years. That's why you gotta do right by people, bro, because you never know. Now Bud is your boss. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Falcon? Salute. You said boxing is dying and Bud is not carrying the sport. How come Tank, the face of boxing, Tank Davis ain't carrying the sport? How's boxing dying on Canelo's watch? How's boxing dying on Canelo's watch? Why is it dying? Is it because Errol Spence ain't around no more? he could never stay healthy enough for it to thrive under his watch. You said 22-4 against top rank. Here you go. He says 22-4 against top rank PBC. I just looked it up. See? I knew there was a record. Somebody was keeping track. I seen it a couple of years ago. It's 22-4 now. So every time a PBC fighter fought a top rank fighter, they lost most of the time, bro. I don't think boxing is in a good place right now. I think boxing's doing great. We getting fights. I mean, we got Ray Moritaya and Floyd Schofield possibly coming up. I mean, that's a great matchup. Richardson Hitchson and Gary Antoine should be in the works. See, like everybody's fighting somebody that's kind of, solid, except for, honestly, if I'm being honest, except for Boots. Except for Boots. He's like the only person that's kind of fighting somebody that nobody really cares about. Everybody else is kind of fighting somebody halfway decent. Except for Boots. So Boots got to get on the ball. Like, no more of these, like, guys at all after this fight with this, I think his name is, like, Usama or some shit like that. Usama Lima. I can't pronounce that. Dude got the craziest name in the whole boxing world. But after that guy, bro, like, you can't be fighting these dudes no more, dog. Like, nobody wants to see Usama Lima, bro. Like, we don't want to see it. And the thing is, Eddie Hearn probably wasn't willing to pay some of those other dudes to kind of, you know what I'm saying? And Josh Kelly fought on the turkey card, and so he got the turkey bag. So he's looking for a bag now. He's looking for a bag for the hard work.
Hey, Canelo, you might be getting that Chrysler 300. You getting that Chrysler 300 work right now. That's what you getting. But you ain't getting that. You getting that Bentley on the 13th. You getting that Bentley on the 13th, my boy. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and play with that Chrysler 300. You getting the real on the 13th. I promise you, man. Shoot. I've been saying this since the first day I sparred this man. Trust me. I'm telling y'all, man, out there. Crawford is a different animal. Yeah, he's something like a Michael Jordan. He's something like a Kobe Bryant. He's something like a LeBron James. Yeah, damn it, he a GOAT. I'm telling y'all, GOAT.
You said Tim will look stupid September 13th. I don't think so. Tim's been right so far, bro. Tim's been right so far. He knows. He's the one that found out who Bud is. He the one that he know more than anybody. I was a world champion and I sparred this dude. He beat my ass. And he was just a sparring partner. And I was a world champion. He beat my ass. That's what Tim said. And Tim gave everybody hell he fought. Yeah, Tim coming to YouTube is a good move for him. His subscriber count is moving crazy fast too. Yeah, Tim knows what he's talking about. You said Shiraz is Turkey favorite fighter? Yeah, from National Pride, yeah, but Crawford's his favorite fighter. You said Tim was a nobody. Yeah, see now you trolling. Now you absolutely trolling. You must not have been following boxing around that time. You must have been like 7 years old or something. Back when Tim Bradley was doing his thing. Which wasn't that long ago. But you must have been like 10 years old or something. You said YouTube Tim is way better than Top Rank Tim. That's what we gonna call him, YouTube Tim. YouTube Tim, yeah, YouTube Tim, man, yeah. YouTube Tim be dropping gems. Top Rank Tim, well, he's kind of restricted. Timothy Bradley was an overachiever, bro. He wasn't the biggest puncher. He wasn't the fastest guy. He wasn't any of that. But he was one of the best fighters of his time. Period. Say what you want about his head button and all that, but the motherfucker, he was an overachiever for sure. He only lost against Manny, and he got a win on Manny too. Yeah, Tim was a Hall of Famer, bro. He had some skills. He wasn't like the biggest puncher or no, nothing like that though. But man, he knew how to win a motherfucking fight, bro. That's the thing about Timothy Bradley. He just knew how to win. He knew how to win, bro. He wasn't the biggest guy. He wasn't the tallest guy. None of that. But he definitely knew how to fucking win a fight, bro. But he's telling you, and he was a winner, by the way, that Crawford is a motherfucker. I sparred this dude. Like, I couldn't do nothing with him. And I'm a winner. Come on, man. Canelo's in for a long, long fight. Long night, September 13th, man. That's going to be the longest ring walk of his life. Because he's getting up in there with the Grim Reaper. He's getting up in there with the Grim Reaper. It was a lean, mean fight machine right now. He's looking fast and sharp. He actually slimmed down. It looked like he slimmed down from the first reveal we seen of him. So he probably like around once. I would say, how much do Crawford weigh? I say he probably like 175 ish, maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. Fighters don't like to talk about their weight at all. But he's got to be like around 170 ish, 75 or something. You don't want to be too low right now. But I think he get to eat a lot more. Yeah, 175 sound about right. Yeah, that's one of my favorite fighters, Marquez. You said 165? Man, hell no. Hell no. Because Crawford don't got skinny legs. You know what I'm saying? If he had like some skinny ass twig legs, then yeah, he probably could be like one. But he ain't really got skinny legs like that, bro. So that weight is distributed evenly, I guess. You said he about to manipulate the hell out of that high guard? Yep, with that southpaw lead jab. He gonna be manipulating that high guard Canelo likes to have. Man, it's gonna be tough for Canelo, bro. That's a tough fight. You said how much do I think Bud away at the weigh-in? Um, I don't think he should be too high or too low. I think he should be like, he should just come in wherever he come in at. He don't need to be too heavy, and he don't need to be too light. He just come in whatever he come in at. If it's 167, 166, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He'll be all right. You said 165? He may come in like, I think I say anywhere from 165 to 168. He probably gonna come in 165 though. That's kind of light. He might come in like 166 and a half, 167 or something. Yeah, Amir Khan was like, let me get me out of here. Amir Khan was like, get me out of here. get me the fuck up out of this ring with this dude. He was looking, he got up out of there, bro. And then he became good friends with him. Like, fuck that. I'm about to be this dude's friend. And Amir Khan fought everybody, bro. And he never looked for a way out. He'll rather go. Amir Khan was a fighter that went out on his shield every time. But against Terence Crawford, he's like, man, get me out of here. And he found he got a way out. Salute to Picasso for the super chat. He says, word on the street, Bud got a style he's been saving for Canelo. Really? Tell me more. I wonder what this style is. I wonder what this style is. I think Lester Martinez is a good sparring partner for him. I think that's a good Canelo clone for Bud. And of course, he's been training with So Nelson, naturally bigger guy. I think So Cold is on that card too, by the way. But Bud got a style he's been saving for Canelo. Shit, I'm interested in seeing what this style is, man. Bud can literally get on a bike like he did against Postal and just play that game. He can literally do that and just play that game. That'd be the most safest approach to take against Canelo, just because of the political advantage Canelo be having. But Bud gonna come fight this dude and take it to him. I think Bud's gonna take it to him. Yeah, Martinez, Lester Martinez beat up Bud a little bit. That was like from like a year ago though. But sometimes, this is what I've been hearing. But sometimes when these pros, like these champion level pros, veteran guys, you got to understand that when these young guys, Lester Martinez, Brian Norman, these young guys, they be in this gym sparring, kicking ass, they get an opportunity to spar a guy like Crawford. Well, Crawford may have just got off the plane. He may not, and then these guys, this is like a big moment for them. So, um, sometimes you do get your ass kicked this sparring. And honestly, I think you need to get beat up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You need guys to push you, to take you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Canelo need from Boots, but I don't think this is a good thing right now for Canelo. Because Boots definitely gonna make your ass work. He go, yeah, whew, I know Canelo was having a hard time with Jerron. Super hard. Oh my goodness. I know that's in them. They gonna have to turn the cameras off. Because that style is just so tailor-made for Boots. So when you're looking at Crawford, come on, man. Yeah, you say you think Bud likes to get hit to put himself in neutral situation. Yeah, you sometimes you do got to do that, bro. Like when I was used to fight, I used to want to get hit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't easy to hit me, but I used to want to get hit just so I could, you know what I'm saying? So you could take it. You know what I'm saying? You got to know if you can kind of take that shit, bro. You got to know if you can kind of take it. You said Bud is small. Not really. Not really. Not really, man. Actually, YSM said Bud was huge when he saw him. He said Bud was huge. And this is before Bud got in camp. He said Bud looked like he was every bit of 190. And he said Bud was huge. He said the last time he seen Bud wasn't that big. Of course, Bud was still fighting at 47, 54. But he seen him last time. He said Bud was huge. He said he was bigger than we are, Shido. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's what YSM said. He got like an 8-pack too. So you said no flat-footed fighter is beating Bud. If Canelo thinks he can walk Bud down, it's gonna be bad. Oh man, it's gonna be real bad. You can't just walk him down. No, he's not that type of fighter you could just walk down, dude. He's not that type of guy you can walk down, bro. Just walk him down. You're not gonna be able to walk that kind of guy down, bro. He's too smart. And then you don't want to, you don't want to be in the way when his laser goes off, dog. I got this clip I want to play, but I don't know if um I may have to like do some editing real quick to take out the music. But there's a clip I want to play. Nah, no, you know what? I'm not gonna play it right now because Top Rank might get me. Top Rank might get me. You said Canelo has a better sparring resume than Crawford's real resume. Well, Canelo's the fucking lottery ticket spot. See, they got little jokes like that. That's not gonna save him September 13th, dog. That's not gonna save his money. Is not gonna save him. That the contract has been signed. Your fate has been sealed. The inevitable is at hand. Your payday and your money don't mean nothing. Your sparring partners and a resume, none of that gonna mean nothing September 13th, bro. Yeah, John Ryder got the fight. He didn't did nothing. And salute to John Ryder, man. He's a poor man's version of Canelo, in my opinion. But and he was a gutsy guy, but he didn't do nothing to necessarily deserve an opportunity like that. He just got picked, bro. You said blood skills won't be enough. It's gonna be more than enough. That's all it's gonna take. Skills. And I'll argue that Bud hits harder than Boots. And Boots has been beating him up. Actually, let me get this clip out of Boots. Just not even a clip. It's just a photo. Hold up. With Jermell Charlo, he said, my 2-year layoff was not by choice. I've been sitting back watching, letting them talk, but now it's my turn. I'm back sharper than ever, and I'm coming for everything they thought I lost. I'm him. This is what Jermell Charlo just said. So Jermell Charlo officially says he's coming back, and he's coming. He's him. He's sharper than ever. I can't wait to see it. Y'all already know I'm always down for a comeback. So I'm interested in seeing if Jermell can make a solid comeback. Hold up. But Boots, I'm telling y'all, man, Boots is kicking his ass, bro. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows this, bro. Hold up. Yeah, Jermell 35 now. They the same age as Canelo, the twins. Yeah, Boots been kicking his ass, bro. Look at Canelo all turtled up, Boots in strong southpaw stance, kicking Canelo's ass, bro. You best believe it. That's what Canelo's gonna be doing September 13th, just shelling up, bro. He's gonna be shelling up, bro. It's too much. And then he go to bed every night after them tough sessions against Jerron, thinking how the hell I'm gonna deal with Crawford. I can't get past this kid. You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna get past Crawford? I can't get past this kid. He's kicking my ass every session. I can't do nothing with him. His hands too fast, his feet too fast, he's too smart. I can't do nothing with him. Then he's switching stances when I think I got the upper hand, he switch on me. So how the hell I'm gonna beat Crawford? Eddie Reynoso's head is spinning right now. You said Blood will conquer heavyweight. See, now y'all got jokes. You said Jerron beats Bud. Nah, no, he don't. Kukachan beats Canelo. How about that? You said Canelo's smart partner. They be getting beat up. Except for Boots. Oh yeah, Damone. Bud already knows he down 2-3 rounds, bro. He already know. He knows what he gotta do. What's up, J Rod? I see you in the building. You said Reynoso had praise for Bud years ago. Yeah, of course, bro. Reynoso knows boxing, bro. Reynoso knows boxing, bro. They know Crawford's a tough challenge. See, they thought they was gonna have a huge weight advantage, but that's not looking like that's gonna be the case. You said pillow fisted Karen was whooping sandals. Yeah, Canelo don't throw enough punches. I can't pronounce your name. I think that's a Vietnamese name. Is that Vietnamese name? You said Canelo don't punch enough. Nah, he don't. What Timothy Bradley say? Um, yeah.
Better do y'all research, man. Do your research. Come with some evidence. I'm about to let y'all know right now. Shit, just pay attention. If Skull, right, can hold Canelo to 152 punches thrown in an entire 12-round fight, 152 punches. You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If William Skull can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round? Oh, my goodness. If Charlo, 154-pounder, can go up to 168 pounds, respect Charlo's skills, but he ain't got Crawford's skills. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? You don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? The most skillful fighter on planet Earth? Oh, damn, let me go even further. If Jaime Munguia, you could throw a penny in the ring, it's going to hit him. You could throw a dime in the ring, it's going to hit him. You could throw a feather in the damn ring, it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? Damn, I got another one. I got another one. If Berlanga, if Berlanga can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, beat on his chest, beat on his own chest, and go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with Alvarez, with Canelo? Berlanga just got knocked out. Knocked out by the man from the Little Rascals that went in the bank. Just got knocked out by that dude. Munguia got knocked out by a dude that can't even punch. Man. I don't know what y'all making up in your head, man, to think that Crawford gonna get knocked out. Crawford ain't getting knocked out at all.
Salute to Falcon for the super chat. He says Crawford got hit by Mijamov, but it didn't phase him at all. Crawford just smiled. Canelo don't walk down Cotto. No, Canelo didn't walk down Cotto or Mayweather was gun shy with Skull. Yeah, bro, come on, man. Canelo only walks down certain dudes, but guys like Mayweather, he couldn't walk him down. Mayweather, he made that fight look way too easy. He didn't walk down Cotto. That was actually a pretty cool fight. He didn't really hurt the much smaller Cotto either. Man, I don't know what be going on with Canelo's fight sometimes, bro. I don't know what that shit be. But he definitely he couldn't do nothing with Skull. Skull reduced him to 150 some punches. He didn't land no punches the first round, but he still won the first round somehow. Some shit like that. I think he only landed like I forgot either he didn't land none or he landed four, and Skull had more punches landed and he still lost the round. So yeah, man, Canelo be getting the benefit of the doubt like a mug. Crawford ain't even in a position to cherry pick. Certain fighters got to take what they can get, bro. Certain fighters is not even in position to really cherry pick. Certain fighters literally got to take what they can get, and this has always been a thing in the sport of boxing. when you too good for your own good, when you get sometimes you gotta take what you can get until your time comes. Hopefully it do come, cause sometimes it don't. Sometimes your time don't come. Sometimes your time don't come at all. Cause even Floyd, TBE, Mayweather had trouble getting fights. You know what I'm saying? Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, not TBE Mayweather. Pretty boy Floyd. He had trouble getting fights. You know what I'm saying?
You talk about fighting De La Hoya, you wind up fighting Brucelis, who's not even ranked. You talk then about fighting Winky Wright, and you wind up fighting Sharmba Mitchell. I mean, is there a kind of a bait and switch here? You talk about fighting stars, and you wind up fighting guys who are not as big.
It's not that I'm not going to fight the big fights. It's just that I can't force these guys to fight me. So even though these guys like Winky Wright don't want to fight, Shane Mosley don't want to fight, Zab Judah don't want to fight, that's not going to put my career on hold. I have a job to do, so stay active. If you can't fight the best, you fight the guy that's right under the best. If you can't fight those guys, you fight the guy that's right up under those guys.
He said he got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? You said Boyd by split decision. You said this is gonna be his first split decision. You said one of the judges will shoot. It might be that Tim Cheatham guy. So Crawford gonna have to hurt Canelo and stop him. He gonna have to either A, hurt him, or B, stop him. Pretty boy Floyd, man, he was that guy. Floyd Mayweather, second Money Mayweather is him angry at the fact that he had to wait so long. You know what I'm saying? He was avoided so long. So he said, you know what? I'm doing what I want to do now. Because these dudes was ducking me and shit, and I'm taking $10,000 fights and shit and fighting all these dudes. You said Blood by TKO in the 10th. I don't think the fight goes past 10, bro. I don't think it goes past 10. Crawford might stop Canelo. Crawford might stop him, man. What's up, Derek James? Where Errol Spence, man? Derek James in the building, y'all. You know what? I haven't been on the books in a while, man. I had to pull back on gambling and shit. So I don't know what the odds are currently and shit. But I would imagine I would take a guess. If I was to guess right now, it's probably plus one, anywhere from one. I say for Crawford is plus anywhere between 120 and maybe like 160 something. That's what I would think right now. Maybe a little higher. I don't know. But I think as the fight gets closer, the odds are gonna be a lot more closer. So I think if you're a betting man, and you do a money line, I'll start that shit now before the odds change or get worse. Or if you're feeling real froggy, pick Crawford for the KO or pick either fighter for the KO. Because the odds would be a lot better because neither guy never really been knocked out or no shit. So the odds will be a lot better for the knockout if you as far as a good return. Now I don't think Canelo's gonna be the underdog. You know what I'm saying? But the fight's gonna be close, dude. It's gonna be close. The odds are gonna be probably a lot closer than we all expect. You said Crawford KO round one. Nah, that's not happening. Bud don't be knocking people out in one round. You said it's 154 just winning. Okay, I knew it was in between 120 160. You said it was 139 like 2 weeks ago. Nah, Canelo's not gonna be the underdog. I don't think he's gonna be the underdog. But he's not gonna be a huge favorite. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be the huge favorite, but he's not going to be the underdog. Crawford's going to be the slight underdog. You said plus 850 on stoppage for Crawford. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. You'll have to probably put a little bit of money down to get a nice little return on that. I think probably like $100 plus 850 for the KO. $100 probably win you 850 if I'm not mistaken. For me, that's not enough. I'm gonna have to parlay some shit. Maybe put so-called Nelson fight on there or something. Parlay it a little bit or something. I don't know. You said, but it is closer than Canelo's last 4 fights. Oh, absolutely. It's gonna definitely be closer than those fights. For sure. And Crawford's a tough fight for Canelo, man. But salute to Canelo though. You know what I'm saying? This is a tough fight for him. Style-wise, it's just really tough. Dude got the longer reach. He's faster. He can punch with both hands. He's got a killer instinct. He has a high IQ. And you really just don't know what Crawford's gonna do. So you said you putting 500 on it. So 500 probably give you a nice payout. You winning a nice payout putting 500 on it. For sure. Yeah, you ain't lying, easy to great. That's what a lot of the casuals talk about, KOs and power. But they don't never talk about the little things that set up the KOs. You know what I'm saying? They don't, the techniques that generate power. They don't talk about that stuff. They just talk about KOs and power. It's real primitive, real basic. But as the weeks go now, we're gonna start talking more about the actual, what's gonna be happening in the fight. The punches thrown, stuff like that. Salute the Falcon for the super chat. He says, what if Reynoso throws in a towel like Porter? Man, wow. Don't be surprised. Because Canelo's like his little bro. Saying he never really seen Canelo get beat up on. So don't be surprised if he see Canelo getting beat up. And then Reynoso probably thinking back his head, man, Canelo ain't really training that hard for this fight. He's not looking good in camp. If he's looking bad in this one, I'm throwing in that damn towel because Crawford is a menace. And I can't see my guy go out like that. So I don't know. Would Canelo rather go out on his shield or would he rather for Reynoso throwing the towel? I think either way, Canelo still will go down as a beloved fighter, at the very least amongst his people. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it really don't matter, man. Because Kenny Porter did kind of ruin Crawford's fight a little bit. He did a good. Kenny Porter knew what he was doing too. That was real slick. But man, if Crawford's beating up on Canelo, bro, and Canelo's not really firing back or landing anything back, and Crawford just having his way with him, then I wouldn't be surprised if either A, the referee stops it, or Reynoso start waving that towel. Yeah, Kenny couldn't see his son get knocked out. That's kind of the problem with father trainers. Your dad ain't gonna let you go out like that, bro. I know if I was training my son and he was about to get knocked, nah, hell no, my son ain't about to get knocked out. Throw in that man, hell no, ain't no way. So that's kind of the thing with the father trainers, man. They may make an emotional move versus a guy who just a trainer for a fighter. But I think even Bomac has like a more of a. But you got to also look at the trainers that's like Bomac and Bud are like big. That's like big bro, little bro type. So that's damn near the same thing to a degree. You said I hope Canelo hurts Bud because Bud goes crazy, and he don't need to get hurt because Canelo can still punch. You said Bud and Benavidez get better when they get hit. Yeah, they do. They do. Bud gets fired up once he gets hit. Once he gets hit, he gets going. That's what my OG always say. Like, man, Crawford, he likes to get hit, man, and that's when he starts fighting. I'm like, yeah. When Bud gets hit, then he gets fired up and shit. He starts sticking out his tongue like Jordan, and then he gets really amped up and shit. And that could be kind of like nerve wracking sometimes, because but Bud seems to be able to do that shit. Yeah, Canelo can punch, man. Bud, don't sleep on him now. You don't want to get caught by none of that shit. But Canelo gets my respect though. You know what I'm saying? He do. I can't say nothing bad about him. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's just he's just in there with a different dude. September 30th. He's in there with a different dude. And the Canelo fans ain't been too bad. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of know they know what's up. They can only hope and pray that Canelo gets through this one. Yeah, Charlo been talking shit on Twitter, man. Charlo back. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Hey, he said, "Hey, bud, if you watch it, you know what to do." Hey, that's right. Crawford already know what he needs to do. Team Crawford knows what they need to do. They got this thing under control, 100%. They got this thing totally under control. How Canelo footwork go work with Bud's footwork? Oh man, I'm not sure. Crawford, he's not like the dude that's like really moving around like a skull, but he has really smart footwork. You know what I'm saying? Crawford does a lot of really good things. It is real subtle. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of good intangibles too. It's gonna be a really good fight, man. Really good fight. I'm looking forward to seeing Crawford's performance and what style he brings to the fight. And I'm looking to see if Canelo is going to be able to deal with it, vice versa. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good, man. Even though I do honestly feel maybe one-sided after the third, fourth round, just the anticipation alone, just amazing. But yeah, you guys, a lot of people, I guess, saying Canelo's gonna knock out Crawford, but according to Timothy Bradley, Canelo has been reduced to 152 punches in his last fight with William Skull. And Jermell Charlo has come out and declared war on 154. And of course, Jerron Boots in has been beating up on Canelo in camp. You know, he's demoralizing Canelo. It's some good work, but I don't think it's the work he needs right now. Maybe he should have brought Boots in sooner in camp because right now he's all smiles, but Boots Ennis is giving him hell in camp, and expect the real version on September 13th. But yeah, salute to everybody in the building, man. Much love to all you guys for stopping in. Thank you guys for donating to the dojo today. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. And make sure you guys hype up the videos. I'm not sure. If it's free, just hype up the videos. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tell you guys to pay for it. If you got to pay for it, then don't even worry about it. But if it's something that's free and you say hype this video, go ahead and hype the video for your boy Bushido. Much love to all you guys. Even the Canelo fans, much love to everybody. Catch you guys on the next one. I love you, Ma. Peace out.